Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. My name is Green Zero and I'm bringing you here some grand finals of the GameReplays tournament which was held last night. So there was a tournament on, not very many people rocked up, but we do have the grand final here. Spoiler alert if you wanted to watch any of the other series, but there weren't really any pro players in the tournament except for Unleashed, so he's obviously made it to the grand final here with Durand. I was at the tournament, but I did log off before the tournament finished. I didn't actually play in the tournament, just to clarify that. We do have the first game here. This is a best of 7. This is R12. There's some new maps which have been brought into the map pool. Obviously, we're on Battletown Beaverton here. Battle Base Beaverton. Oh, whatever. You guys know what you've seen this map before. It's not a new map. It's been around for a while, but hopefully we get to see some of the other new maps in the Grand Final Series. Best of 7, so this could be a long one. We're going to keep it short and jump straight into this game here. So we are on Battle Base here, and down in the bottom left-hand side, it is Durand 4111 who has made it to the Grand Final. We've seen him before. He did play in the Kane's Wrath Open Challenge last year, and he's pretty reasonable for a mid-play here. He did beat a bunch of other mid-players to get here, so he definitely would be feeling pretty good about his run so far. Blackhand has been selected, of course. Unleashed UA here. Also selecting Blackhand. Probably had a pretty easy run through this event because he'll be pretty difficult for any of these mid players to knock off. Durand, of course, is the last hurdle here. Unleashed UA doesn't have that many tournament victories, but if you look at his history, he often performs extremely well in tournaments and gets quite far. He just really can't finish them off most of the time. But Durand is going to take this structure here. He's going to fire on Unleashed units here who surprisingly take a fair amount of punishment. They're actually going to just barely scrape into that structure there. We have, of course, 2 spikes. Durand has forgotten about both of his spikes here. That spike is now being captured. Unleashed UA is about to secure both of his spikes as well. Look at that, both at the same time. Durand, of course, now has secured both his spikes. The War Factory is already down, so he probably could have captured the bottom left-hand one a bit sooner. Raider Buggy is coming out, which really insinuates there's probably going to be no bike rushing from Durand. Meanwhile, Unleashed UA is actually going for a Harvester here, so he's got no plans for any bike harassment either. Does draft. Was there a scouting squad there? I just didn't see. I think maybe the Shredder turret did clean something up. I'm not 100% sure, but Unleashed UA is deciding to go for an economic open here. And it's dangerous, of course, not to scout a Blackhand player in any situation, but Unleashed UA obviously feeling very confident, and Durand also having to build that Raider Buggy will mean his 4th Harvester will take a little while to come out, and of course Unleashed even has a 2nd power plant as well, so he's going to be expanding on better power. 3rd power plant is down, 4th Harvester is out. Durand, 4th Harvester is about to come out, but he's on low power. He's missing a power plant. He actually does have 2 there. Almost thinking about going for the blue tip. I'm not 100% sure. Battle markers over here. Raider Buggy just whipping around. Durand feels safe. He feels very safe. Unleashed obviously hasn't been hit by anything, so he's probably feeling okay. He is going to build a bike now. More bikes coming out. A few more bikes coming out now. So he's obviously got plans to destroy this Raider Buggy here, or at least get it out of the way. More Harvesters coming out. Blue Tiberium starting to grow. Almost worth sending a Harvester there. Unleashed is making his way to the expansion. Durand is at his expansion as well. Just deployed, because you can see his building queue only just starting up here. Although that just drafted, so it's been there for at least 6 seconds before we visited this area. Durand just sitting on the bridge here. Good scouting as well. You've got to watch these side islands. They might not seem too important, but for Blackhand with bikes and stuff like that, you can get through really easily. Just 2 bikes here, so Durand probably, maybe he's just trying to force out a response from Durand. He's going to go to this back island. Of course, is an EMP spike located on this island. A few bikes coming as well, so he's like, alright, cool, I'll just leave this area. And he should be able to escape to the top side here. Yeah, a lot of bridges and things like that. Normally a lot of bridge maps aren't that popular and things like that, but I mean, they're only flanking routes on this map. They're not direct routes or anything like that. And the map, of course, is not terribly popular. It's actually very well balanced, and it's a very good arena style fighting map as well. And I'm not too happy that a lot of people don't tend to play on it. It does get, when you see it, it's usually in tournaments, and people end up having really good games on it. But a lot of people just not too happy with it. Or not really not too happy, they're just a bit scared of it. Bikes going down here now. Unleashed UA got the worst end of that, but he's got reinforcements coming in now, and he will target the bikes down. With the War Factory, as you know, he's actually in pretty good shape here. A lot of these bikes in the red health, with the repairs from the War Factory, actually manages to survive. A lot of those bikes could have been easily destroyed, but the War Factory saving quite a number of them. So it looked like a bad engage at the start from Unleashed, but he definitely makes it count at the end. No one risking the blue Tiberium field just yet. Unleashed UA going to attack with these bikes heading down here. Scorpion tank production is starting to come out here from Duran. Second tank comes out just in time to meet these bikes here, but he will be able to snipe that first one down, and I think he's just going to go straight and snipe the second one. It's always good to snipe tanks this early in the game, just get rid of them, get them out of the way. Drafting is coming down as well. He's going to go in. He might be able to score himself a harvester. It does pull the harvester. That's good work from Duran. That's good control by both players so far, but he will lose that, unfortunately. A few bikes are being traded out here. Is going to go for another harvester. Duran is going to try to move. No, he's not moving that one, unfortunately. But he gets a second one, but he's going to lose probably the remainder of these bikes here. Scorpion tanks might be able to clean them up, and no, 2 will actually sneak away over here. So meanwhile, Duran does have an expansion up. Only 2 harvesters, but he did lose 2 on his main, which Unleash is really going to be happy about right now. Double ref with a 3rd harvester on the expansion. Operations center is down because he's not GDI. He is not. They have an operations center. And Scorpion tank production now starting here from Unleash, but he still has a lot of bikes. And there's actually more bikes coming in over here as well. And Duran all of a sudden Unleash just showing that he is definitely a class ahead of Duran in this battle here. Of course, Duran, in terms of the mid play, is quite, I wouldn't say strong, but he's quite solid. But unfortunately here, just not able to make a counter. He's going to go for a counter attack, but to be honest, Unleash has plenty of units there, and he's just letting his harvesters get destroyed. All of his main harvesters are now down. Unleash just has to defend this base head, and he's got a war factory. A lot of these units are just decoys, and he's going to defend, and he's going to bring his bikes over as well. They kind of just ran right into it. He needs to be careful. He can't really just throw away his units here at all, Unleash, but at the same time, the more units that go down, the splash here, catching 2 tanks at the same time, and yeah, Unleash is going to overpower this area here now, and that is going to be the end of the offensive attack here from Duran. Not very well thought out. He pretty much just traded units for units, and since he is now lacking in economy, Unleash is perfectly fine to trade units. Elite Scorpion would have been nice to get that to Heroic, but not to be. He does have Dozer Blades a lot faster than what Unleash does. Unleash not even researching Dozer Blade. Maybe he forgot, maybe he didn't research it. There are a lot of timings where you put the Operations Center down and it puts you into low power, so a lot of people will often forget to go back and make sure the upgrade starts researching. Trying to go in for some infantry now. Obviously he needs this to defend his base head area here. Selling off a lot. Did actually manage to rebuild a harvester. Battle markers over here now. Unleash now has rain on the middle of the map. He does have a harvester at the blue tib field, but obviously couldn't see the blue Tiberium when he rallied it there, so it is now just on a hold ground situation. He needs to make sure that gets to work. I'm sure he'll notice sooner or later. Hopefully sooner for his sake there. Battle markers over here as well. What was that? No, that's nothing serious. Probably just a bit of Tiberium exposure. And we can see now that, there's actually some Fanatics getting destroyed as well. Only a couple of Scorpion tanks. I don't think Unleash is planning to really build a lot of these. No, he's going for his technology. That's why he didn't go for Dozer Blade. He just pretty much built these just for defense, and now that he's ahead, he's like, well, I might as well send these forward and see if I can destroy something. Actually forcing the sell of most of his buildings here, because I believe he needs... He's actually going for his own technology. Now, this is interesting because I don't believe he has the economy to do this. He's only got 3 harvesters, and he's got 2 MCVs. Oh, Duran is making a mess of this. He does not have the economy to back up multi-MCV, and he doesn't even have the units. He's not even responding over here. Unfortunately, Duran now falling to pieces. Unleash is just free reigning over these guys here. Scorpion tank's cleaning up the main. Obelisk, oh no, they both have the same idea. Unleash is doing it as well. He's doing multi-MCV, but the thing is, Duran has 1 harvester. He's got 1 harvester left, and he might just sack the bikes to get it. No, he's not going to have enough time to get that, unfortunately. But Unleash Yue has 2 MCVs. Yes, he does, and he's got a Redeemer. Is it out? Yes, it is out. He's got the Redeemer. Yeah, he's all over Duran here. Duran trying to go for multi-MCV, but he did not set up the situation very well at all. Doesn't have the economy to do it. It's actually going to lose this second MCV, and that is going to be the end of it, although it does actually drop that one there. Putting down some of the Shredder turrets as well. And yeah, that goes down. Duran loses that. I'm not sure what he can hope to achieve. He does have a tech center, but again, he's on 1 harvester, and that is the game. That is the game over. So Duran will go down, and Unleash takes a 1-0 lead. Unleash can smell blood in the water. This is his time to secure a tournament victory. He hasn't won a tournament for quite a long time, and this is a really good opportunity for him, and he makes it count here. I'm not sure how he went with the rest of the tournament. I didn't actually look at the rest of the brackets aside from what I saw last night, but both these guys had quite a few opponents to get to this position. Again, all just mid, so 74,000 to 58,000. Yeah, what can I say? Unleash better positioning, was able to control more than 1 control group at a time, and that really made the difference. Duran was a very one-front fighter. He could only control 1 group of units at a time, and when Unleash split up his forces, that's when he had a hard time. But it's going to be 1-0 in favour of Unleashed. I'll keep this one short. We'll jump into game 2 coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 2 in the series, and we are on Tournament Highlands here, playing in game number 2 of this best of 7 series. Durand will want to level the series, not let Unleashed get too far ahead, but it is a big task to beat the Unleashed UA. We're going to jump into this game here. I'm looking forward to this game because it's on this level here, and this is a very nice level, I think. It's still got a lot of dead space in it, but Unleashed UA on the left-hand side here, we're playing as a GDI faction. I believe he selected random. I'm not 100% sure. We have Zocom, which means Durand 411 is also Zocom. We got a Zocom mirror, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Zocom mirror, and if you don't know the layout of the map, there is a spike in the top right-hand side, and there is a spike in the center left as well, same as mirrored on the other side. Dry blue tip fields either side of this map. Of course, a little bit of a ridge here as well, a little bit of a ridge on the other side. First expansion, a lot of dead space up the back to get around and flank, which is perfectly fine. It's kind of like Badlands, but it's just gotten fat. You know, it's like Badlands not on a diet, because it's got the exact same layout. Even the spikes are almost in the exact same position. Of course, we have a different type of tile thing, but I just think there's a lot, there's so much dead space here. This could be a 4-player map. I mean, it's just amazing how much, it's a technique map. And I've said this a million times before, but he builds his maps to favor bite buggy like there's no tomorrow, because think about it, if you're a GDI player or a scrim player, and you're out of position, he's going to keep you. You're going to get confined by bike buggy, and there's no real chokes or anything like that. At least on maps which are big and open like Tournament Arena, they have such a short rush distance that if you are fighting another player who's bike bugging, you can counterattack and actually get into their base relatively quickly. Whereas if you decide to leave your base, you have to drive all the way over here. All the way, keep going, all the way over here in order to counterattack. And of course, by that time, all your harvesters are dead, and the Nod forces have already driven all the way back to base to defend. So it's just one of those things. I think, yeah, they need to perhaps tighten up the level a bit, or put some more mountain ranges in, just to, because yeah, there's just so much open, flat area. It's so huge that there's really no reason to not go bike buggy on this map. But again, I'm being very critical. Having said that, I like the way the map is designed, and the fact that the map looks like a realistic place. Obviously, some things aren't perfect, but this all looks realistic and things like that, as well as the tile set here. It all looks like it could exist, especially with the track marks and everything like that. You can see this looks like an actual highland area. It's not just some things been tiled together. It looks all realistic. So it looks very presentable. I mean, a map, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, that doesn't make a good map, but it kind of does, you know, when the place looks realistic, and it doesn't look like it's been built in a world editor. It looks like it could actually exist. But we haven't really been concentrating on the game here because it's been sledging technique about his map. But no, we appreciate all the maps that do get sent out. But this is one that yeah, I'd play on this one a fair bit more. Durand is going to lose his pitbull, unfortunately, because he's being hit by the rear armor, although actually managed to get outran. The Zocom units there, Harvest is able to destroy that pitbull, so Durand not able to get the full scout off. Won't see what's happening over here, but I believe, yeah, he's already moved to the expansion. These guys, it's mirror build right now. You don't really need to know much else. Oh, second War Factory. He's only got 4 harvesters though. He's forgotten to build himself a harvester, but he's going to go for a lot of pitbulls. Now, Unleashed sees, well, he's got a lot of pitbulls. Unleashed sees it, but he actually built a Predator tank. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. The Predator tank needs to turn around so the rear armor isn't getting shot at. He's got the barracks down as well. And yeah, this is really going to catch him off guard. The harvester is already being moved. He's getting rocket squads to come out. He needs to try to save that harvester, and he'll be looking pretty good because Durand sacrificed economy for this. He's really only picked off a Predator tank and a pitbull here. I think he should have gone in. He had a lot of pitbulls there. He's pulling back, and now he's just kind of exposing that he's got a lot of pitbulls. He's got a ton of pitbulls. He really could have just pushed in. There was only one Predator tank there and a few rocket squads. He could have killed the harvester and then evac'd here, but he's choosing to clean up this, and this is questionable as well, because he sacrificed economy to build these units, and you kind of need to do some damage. 2 harvesters to the blue field. There is not enough Tiberium there for 2 harvesters, and again, he's going to come back to the center. He really could have put some pressure on. And now look at this. Unleashed like, hey, you got pitbulls? I just built Predator tanks. And now he's got all these harvesters. He's got 2 refineries there as well. He's looking pretty good. He's got rockets here. He's got rockets here. He's got rockets in the foxholes as well. Durand, good idea. It caught him off guard, but unfortunately just didn't capitalize there. I think it might be a lack of experience, and Durand's probably watching this video going, Green Zero, don't tell me what to do. But yeah, it is a grand final. It is what it is. He is going to continue to clean up the scout. So Unleashed is going to be pretty blind, and maybe he'll go into some type of air attack. maybe spam out hammerheads. He has got his second refinery now, which is pretty good, but Unleash scans it and goes, alright, cool. You've got both your refineries down now. I know what's going on. He's probably going to lose his spike here. These Predator tanks are actually going to come and try to save it. I don't think it's going to happen, though. He does destroy it and he moves out of there. But these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 Predator tanks here. Those Pitbulls do not want to go near them. Some of them get left behind, and he will pick one off. Can he fire another round? No, not quite. Orchestrite comes in, so that's unusual. I mean, he knows he's got a lot of pit spam. I think that might have been a fake. Yeah, there's not even an airfield. He's faked it out. He built an airfield just for the Orchestrite. He's going into infantry here, and these Pitbulls now not able to do too much. Those Predator tanks, where are they going? The Predator tanks are moving back to base. So they're like, alright, cool, stay here. He spotted the Harvester, that's why. So he's gone up there to destroy the Harvester, and there's a few rocket squads here as well. Even though he could just drive straight through those rocket squads. There's only 2 there, and there's 2 more in here. I mean, you'd just go in, you'd lose 1 or 2 Pitbulls and you could get through to the Harvesters, and he is going to do it now. He's realised second, he's just kind of screwed around and taken a bit more unnecessary damage. But look at this, Unleash is like, alright, cool, pull the Harvesters off, and these Predator tanks, where are they? They should be able to come over. He's actually driving towards the Predator tanks. He's got Zone Raiders coming out, so look at that, and actually managed to get a few kills there as well. Sells off the comm center, will jump jet across, sells off the barracks. There's more guys coming across here. I'm not sure why he's shooting at the tech center. That is a heavily armored building, and he's got almost no chance. And look at this, these Pitbulls, unfortunately, they have not really destroyed anything right now, and they're just getting worn down. Durand, what are you doing, buddy? He's going to try to fire at these Predator tanks now. He will destroy one, but look at that, he's only down about 6 Pitbulls. More Predator tanks coming out, sporadic forces causing problems. A few infantry units moving across over there. Predator tanks still coming out, popping these guys here. Harvesters which went to the middle field. I mean, their rockets now are at that location where they can just destroy them. Well, that Predator tank definitely helped out. What is Durand's response? He has his own tech center down. He's going for an upgrade. It's probably mortar right now. He is low power though. Yeah, actually losing some structures over here as well. And going for the mortar after all your Pitbulls have been destroyed. Oh, Durand, really, mate. You really got to have a look and see what you're doing. Maybe it's tungsten shell. Maybe he's worried about aircraft. I'm not 100% sure. Unleash, of course, shouldn't be doing this. He's got these Predator tanks moving across in front of these infantry forces here, which are just able to completely destroy them. So Unleash returning the favor a little bit here with these Predator tanks. And most of these should actually just be cleaned up before they can really do too much. He is going to try to move in for the crush. Scatter move comes down, which is very nice here, of course. But unfortunately not able to do enough damage here. Another scatter move might be required. There's actually more Predator tanks coming in over here as well. And the rocket squads now are starting to be somewhat diminished. I'm not 100% sure what he's microing right now. He really needs to move these tanks into the field. Sonic emitter comes down, and that will be able to line all those tanks up. That was a really heavy sonic shock right there. I'm not 100% sure what Unleash is trying to do. Oh man, just sitting in it. He just ate it. He just ate the sonic shot again. And Durand will get a defense off. He did go for Pitbull mortar. I wonder if he's going to still continue to construct Pitbulls. So there you go. He's going to keep trying to do that. A few random units out. What's happening over here? A few rocket squads going to try to take that spike out. He actually captured Durand's spike, so there you go. Marv is trying to come out. Is it out? It's already out. Oh my god. He's got 2 Zone Raiders in it right now. He's going to Marvis the middle field. He should make a move with his MCV, though. I'd imagine he'd be doing that soon. Durand's Marv also coming out. Very interesting in a Zocon fight because you have no Juggernauts, which means things like infantry are a lot more important in this situation because you don't have, you need something to be able to destroy the Marv. Aircraft as well. Zocom obviously very good at both aircraft and infantry, and their Marv is killer. They have a killer Marv. These engineers might actually be destroyed before they can actually get into the Marv there. Not 100% sure. And yeah, he's going to turn around now. No, these engineers should be fine. Harvest. There's battle markers over here. They will take out that tank. Oh no, he called in Bloodhounds right over these Pitbulls, and they're just going to be able to destroy all of them. One actually manages to get through here, but these infantry forces should be able to finish it off. He did destroy the spikes, so right now 2 spikes have been destroyed, and Unleashed UA holds the other 2 remaining spikes. Will he decide to destroy that? Yes, he will. He'll destroy it now. That'll put it down to just 1 spike in this game here. And that 1 spike will, of course, belong to Unleashed UA. Actually has build radius out here, so look at that. He's got to be careful that these mortars will be able to destroy his infantry relatively quickly. If he had the composite armor upgrade, that might allow them to withstand a little bit more damage. Although, to be honest, there's so much Pitbulls there that they would just be able to splash them down. Obviously not fully intended to counter infantry, but they will do so if required. Space Command is done by Durand, so we're going to see a heavy tier 4 movement over here. We have a lot of hammerheads here. They could just openly engage, I reckon. Look at that formation move comes out as well, and he knows what's going on here. That's a bit iffy. Supersonic airstrike. Oh, he missed. He missed with the supersonic, so that was really bad. And now he's going to be able to destroy these pit bulls. Pit bulls normally pretty good against hammerheads if there's enough of them, but unfortunately these hammerheads have now completely overrun the pit bull forces here. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. The Marv is still just Marvesting. Long range mining is coming down now as well. Fair bit of blue tip over there. Durant is out of everything. He has no backup plan here. He's sending his Marv in. He's got slingshots, which is quite good. He's going for tungsten shell as well, and he's got to watch out. He splashed down his own slingshot there. That was not good. And they're $1,000 each. They're not terribly expensive, but not something you want to throw away, especially if you build half dozen of them. That's something that you can keep. And they're so fast, there's no reason to actually lose them to enemy ground units at all, in my opinion. Unless you're absolutely 100% super desperate, it's just not necessary to lose these to ground units here. It's got a few infantry forces. I'm surprised that neither side has decided to research the Zocom field suit upgrade, and he will try to attack the Space Command Army. Not able to get that. Are Firehawks coming? No, Firehawks are coming, and I'm not sure what Unleash's next move is going to be. The Marv is still here. Firehawks are coming out. Battle markers up there. It's just a few units going off. These Firehawks are going to try to find something to destroy, and he will fire at that one unit there. There's actually a lot of Zone Raiders here, and can they actually destroy? Oh, they get the Firehawk. No composite armor upgrade here. Oh no, the hammerheads are coming in now. So the hammerheads are coming in, did not see this. Power is down, and this should be the end of the game. He's destroying everything that's important. Oh, tungsten shell, that's going to hurt. He's going to quickly overwhelm these ones. There's only 3 slingshots there. That's not enough to take down this many hammerheads. And they actually did a lot of damage, but he's still going to come through victorious. He's going to target more power plants down now. Durant, I don't think, has the ability to power micro on this type of scale. And meanwhile, battle markers happening in the middle. He has got his Marv, he has got a lot of infantry, but to be honest, he's actually going to lose the remainder of his forces here. He needs to overwhelm that one slingshot, and he will be able to do it. Tungsten battery does come down. He will get that power plant. There's no power plants. There's one power plant remaining. He is taking a lot of damage here now. The tungsten shell is starting to work its way through. He actually focuses down the turret here. I'm not 100% sure about that. This army is now moving on his base over here. But the hammerheads are really getting shot up now by that tungsten shell. You've got to be really careful. You've got to know when to retreat, because it comes quite overpowering sometimes. And he is going to try to focus down the power plants. No more turrets can come down. That's important, though. Actually losing a few units over here as well. What's happening over there? The Marv is just sitting in the middle. And yeah, he's going to lose the remainder of these forces here. Unfortunately, Unleashed is not going to be able to finish the job. He really probably could have finished the job, to be honest. And a few of those hammerheads will evac now. Meanwhile, some forces here just shooting at the Marv here. I'm not sure what they're really going to achieve. Probably not a lot. That infantry force obviously was completely decimated by these infantry forces over here. And look at this Unleashed UA, he likes Rifleman Squad apparently. He's building a lot of them. So he's building quite a lot of them. So Duran, what does he have left? He's moving his MCV now. We'll have a look at the income situation. He's got 3,500. Unleashed is pretty much tanking right now. So actually calls in the drop pod. And he might he's actually going to go for the MCV. It cannot deploy. It cannot deploy where it is right now. He needs to destroy it. He gets it. It is down. Oh my god. And Duran is in so much trouble. This is his last war factory. And I think Unleashed knows it. Trying to take a swing at it here. Not able to destroy it here. Few forces chasing the Marv. He's trying to pull his Marv back. To be honest, this is just a game of chasey right now. And I think Unleashed is pretty much just going to win this game. I think he should have won it a little bit sooner, because Duran, there's really not a lot he can do. Yeah, he's got a Marv, but that Marv is... Unleashed doesn't even have to engage the Marv if he doesn't want to. He can just kind of go around it. He's engaging it with infantry forces. His Marv is actually here. I was going to say, I haven't seen his Marv for quite some time. I didn't know where it actually went. But he will be coming across here, and as soon as this structure is destroyed, the game will essentially be over. It's going to be one of his last structures. Power goes down. I believe he's trying to pump out an MCV. This could be an MCV. If he was able to get it out, he may be able to at least run around with his Marv and maybe have a chance, but he's got no money. He's got a harvester there, but it's not refining. Oh my god, he's actually just going... No, he must have some type of money. He's actually building... Is it going to come out? No, it does not come out. It is destroyed. It is destroyed. It doesn't come out, and it was just about to open up, and Durand will go down 2-1 in this series now. So Unleashed looking pretty fine, but that was an awkward fight. Zocom versus Zocom, they both had maneuverability issues, but yeah, Durand just couldn't help but feel that he really had Unleashed by the balls at the start of the game, and then just like, hey look, I've got you out of position, I've got a lot more forces than you, let me drive around and clean up your Rifleman Squad. No, go in, kill harvesters. That's what your strategy was for. Unfortunately, he just set himself behind with that, and all the Pitbulls did was just get destroyed later on in the game. And I'm very critical of Durand there, but I really felt, even as a mid player, he should be able to identify that he had a big opportunity to do a lot of damage to Unleashed and really take that game by the horns there. But unfortunately not to be. 144,000 to 123,000. Unleashed outdoes Durand again by another 20 grand in this game. But that's game number 2. We're going to move on to game number 3. Can Durand bring it back, or will Unleashed start to close the series out? Best of 7, so he needs 4 victories to claim the overall victory. We'll jump into game number 3 coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 3. We're on Small Town, USA. That's right, Small Town, not Smash Town. We're going to jump straight in, and on the top right hand side we have Unleashed UA. We got some more GDI forces out here right now. Not 100% sure which GDI faction he may be, but I'm assuming a Rax is coming down, so we'll find out very shortly. Now Rax comes down, he is going to be Zocom. Wow, he's Zocom again. Zocom's second time in a row here, and Durand 4111 playing as the GDI Vanillas. He's GDI Vanilla. He's predominantly a GDI player, I believe. Well, that's just based on my experience. I'm not 100% sure anymore. But essentially, we're on let's call it Smash Town, Small Town, USA. So the classic, absolute classic map. It's been in the game since Tiberium Wars. It was actually in the demo of Tiberium Wars. If you download the demo of Tiberium Wars, you get Small Town USA as your 1v1 map. There you go. There's a little bit of insight there. I've been around for a very long time. Very, very long time. But this is normally what happens if you have a GDI mirror on this map, or GDI somewhat mirror. Because you can just take structures and deny each other. There is going to be a fight over here. Durand is going to lose that fight, so Unleashed is going to have the opportunity to take the far shed. Meanwhile, Durand does succeed in getting the far shed over this side, but Unleashed still has a scouting squad here, so you can pretty much just run and take the other one over here. But Unleashed is going to have the better scouting, although Durand did push further ahead down the center. Oh, Orcas! Orcas! We got Orcas coming out. We have Orcas coming out by Durand. Durand upgrade the power plant here. He's going to Orca Rush the crap out of Unleashed UA. Unleashed UA not obviously going to Orca Rush because he's Zocom, and that would be a really bad idea because you could just kind of move your harvester out of the way. Not to mention those Orcas are really expensive as well, so you wouldn't be able to build 4 of them as easily. It's an extra, what, it's extra $1,600 or something to get 4 Orcas because they're 1,500 instead of 11. And I don't agree with this. He's blowing his cover right now. He's like, hey, look, I've got 2 Orcas, and there's Pitbulls out. Unleashed has seen it. Unleashed has seen it. He should have attacked with 4 harvesters. This is not going to go well. He's going to destroy 1 harvester, I believe. He will get 1, but he loses 2 Orcas. If you're going to Orca Rush, don't rush with 2 Orcas. It's just textbook. You rush with 4. You rush with 4 Orcas. And unfortunately, he sold it off. That's it. He's just set himself behind there. Oh, man. Durand, I'm very critical. I know I am. But putting the airfield there where this scout is... you put the airfield back here. That way, if there's a scout coming, either way, you can stop it before it gets here. You put the power plant back here to hide the upgrade, but you put the airfield right at the front. I mean, they're Orcas. They fly at 1,000 kilometers an hour. It's not going to hurt if you put them back here, all right? They're going to be able to fly to the enemy base super quick. But Unleashed, obviously, now caught on. He decided to rush with 2 Orcas, destroyed them both, got a harvester. Not going to be enough, really. Oh, something was deciding not to come out there. Obviously, put on hold or cancelled. But Unleashed, not 100% sure. I mean, he should realize that these have been sold off now because you can see it. Durand gets his second refinery down. He's on 3 and 2. Unleashed UA is now on 4 and 2. He has a few Pitbulls. A few Pred Tanks coming out as well. Obviously, he was worried that maybe those Pitbulls were going to run into his base, but Unleashed hasn't seemed to caught on to the fact that he did actually sell the airfield there. Running these scouting units back. Can he make it to that structure? He will just make it to the structure, and of course that's really annoying because now the structure has full health, and he's going to have to clear out this other structure now, which is going to be even more of a pain. He's actually building a barracks here with rifleman squads. That's unusual. Rifleman squad's coming down here. Does he have an armory? He's actually expanded. No armory coming down whatsoever. 5 harvesters are out now by Unleashed UA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesters are out by Durand, so they're somewhat stabilizing here, I think. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this game. Look at this, he's actually going to steal the spike. That should not really happen. I mean, that's obviously not expected, and he's actually managed to snare that one. Digging some foxholes here. We are seeing some GDI mirrors today, ladies and gentlemen, but I like GDI mirrors. I definitely do. A lot of people don't like them for some reason, but there's nothing worse than a black hand mirror in my opinion. But we're going to see these rocket squads. That's going to be annoying. Oh, he's going to have to do something about that. His harvester's now being fired at, though. And it's just one of those things that he's actually going to block it out now. That's fine. He's still going to continue to fire these units here. Unleashed UA. Does he have a refinery? Yes, he does have a refinery down now. Just building blocking, but of course he doesn't actually have the power to put these turrets down. He's actually going to run away with the forces as well. He's actually abandoning some of the other foxholes, and he's running across to the buildings, which is just going to be annoying, really, for Duran as he takes these buildings. He's got a lot of Predator tanks coming out, which are going to be really good in this engagement. Zocom, of course, not prone to go for their Orca aircraft, which would normally be really good against Predator tanks, but again, they're very expensive. Duran has expanded to the north side. Unleashed deciding to take the southeast side here. We'll be taking this garrison as well and just putting down more of these barracks. Actually going for an airfield now. He really doesn't have an army on the ground. He's got a couple of Predator tanks to defend at home. I'm not sure what happened to the pit bulls at all, though. The pit bulls seem to have just disappeared, haven't they? I'm not 100% sure if they were destroyed or expended. I think they may have been. He's sending all these Predator tanks down to the left-hand side to harass over here, and Duran puts down a structure, puts down a refinery. So, but look at this. He's actually going to attack. He has a few APCs, he's got a few rifles, he's got a few Predator tanks, and Unleashed doesn't have a lot. This triple rocket in that garrison is going to be annoying. Ceramic armor was upgraded before any aircraft were perched, so that's interesting. No aircraft perched. Some of these forces are being stalled by this structure, and he puts down a foxhole right at the last second. It's not going to change too much, just again slowing Duran down every little bit. Meanwhile, these Predator tanks are moving in, but there's 3 barracks coming out here, and this is going to cause a lot of problems. He does get, oh, actually forcing out a Guardian cannon. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, Guardian cannon coming out there from Duran. But meanwhile, Duran is also pushing in over here. He has hammerheads though, and there's not really a lot this structure over here with triple rockets spewing out of it. Unleashed needs to pull these harvesters. He pulls the harvesters after losing one of them. Meanwhile, his Predator tanks got cleaned up. He's actually going to lose a harvester, which was leeching over there as well. The remaining harvesters have been moved out of the field here. This structure is still causing a lot of problems, though. He needs to destroy the APCs. He's got AP ammo, but he really he actually lost another harvester. He should sit over the top of the airfield to get the repairs, and he's actually going to keep pulling these guys back. He's not actually focusing the APCs. Predator tanks now are arriving here for Unleashed UA. This rocket building actually destroying Duran's harvest, which was trying to leech. Coming over here now, just destroying the remainder of these infantry forces, and he will now start focusing down some of these APCs. No AP ammo here for Duran, which means killing these hammerheads is going to be pretty tricky. Wow, he actually dropped the refinery there. He's dropped the refinery, and again, he can't now overpower these guys. He should destroy that one APC, which is firing at his hammerheads. He's more intent on destroying these Predator tanks. Meanwhile, there's a few Predator tanks over here from Unleashed, cutting off the reinforcements. They will destroy most of what's there. This one APC is still being allowed to destroy what's over here. He turns around finally. Will he pay for it? No, he won't pay for it. He doesn't lose that hammerhead, but he will clean up over here. A few Predator tanks now moving through. This is very much... Oh, geez! Unleashed sells off his main base. A lot of infantry moving through here, and they will... And I'm surprised how many infantry have been built in these series, and no one's going for the upgrades at all, except for AP ammo. Does force to sell off Unleashed UA in a little bit of trouble over here. He doesn't have a lot going for him. He's got a lot of harvesters. He's got 5 harvesters, but he just needs to rebuild his infrastructure. These hammerheads could turn around and do something about that. They're pretty badly damaged. Duran, on the other hand, does have 4 and 2 at his expansion. Now it's deciding to destroy these spikes here from Unleashed. Keep in mind, Unleashed holds this spike and has held this spike for quite some time. He's moving through, trying to destroy this war factory, proving pretty difficult. Slingshot's coming out. He's now decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to target this power plant because it's got much less armor, and it's actually much more important right now because Duran does not have a lot of these, and that may actually put him on low power. We'll be destroying that power plant now. Yeah, low power for Duran. Was he going for an upgrade? No AP ammo on the way. He's got infantry sitting in the top corner here. Scouts just randomly over here. Now, this happens sometimes where both sides try to trade each other out. They end up having to settle down a little bit, and he will put down the airfield. These hammerheads might want to get over there. They will be responding right now. Already has all the upgrades for them, so it's probably a technology that Unleashed wants to keep and wants to maintain. He will be able to destroy this war factory, so I'm not sure if Duran should just sell up here. If he's not planning on trying to save this area here, he might as well just grab the cash from these structures instead of giving away veterancy for Unleashed. But it is obviously delaying these tanks somewhat. Bloodhounds coming in now for Duran. Another spike will fall, so that will leave 2 spikes remaining. They will be split 1-1 apiece. AP ammo tower comes in. It will find this one slingshot. There's actually... The Bloodhounds are actually driving in here, and Unleashed has his own Bloodhounds. Wow. What are you doing, Duran? Why would you land inside the enemy expansion? Like, only 1 unit landed, and it will be... Oh, actually gets a hammerhead, but it will be destroyed. I don't know what the thought process... Maybe he meant to scan? I'm not 100% sure, but... this is definitely some gameplay we see from the mid-ranks here. And He's going to have a few units over here just to defend. Battle markers over here. Unleashed UA has a few hammerheads just rolling into this base. Tech center is down. I'm assuming Firehawks will probably be on the cards. He's actually going to focus down the damaged harvester. Good target firing here. He could. Oh, look at that. He tried to go for the Firehawk. Did Duran manage to put the missile loadout on it? I'm not. Did he? I don't think he actually put missiles on it. Did he? Oh no, he has got missiles on it, and he does manage to shoot down just one of them, and these guys will be evacing this area. Meanwhile, Unleashed UA will clean up on the ground over here. He has AP ammo, and Duran does not. He's not Duran, he's don't. Wow, I made a real mess of that, didn't I? But Unleashed UA has his own tech center now, so he can produce Firehawks if he wants to. Just producing infantry. Yeah, it's really awkward. These guys don't really have a proper composition. They just kind of got a bit of everything. They spread themselves rather thin in these series, I think. And Unleashed UA will be moving a few of these Predator tanks in. And these two pit bulls from the Bloodhounds just causing problems for those Firehawks. Sonic emitter is dropped, and that will be able to destroy the remainder of these guys here. An Orca, sorry, I thought it was a Zorka, but no, it's just a regular Orca. And he should be able to destroy that with one more shot there. He will blow it out of the sky. That's a bit unfortunate. And now he's got APCs here. He's going to be able to destroy the other one as well. And that's not really how you want to see these guys being used. Firehawks are flying around just outside of range here. And the Bloodhound's now moving into this base area. Duran seems to be very, very sketchy in his defense here at the moment. And he's actually going to be firing at these two harvesters here. These two harvesters could be destroyed. He destroys one of them. Will he get the other one? He's just going to try to go for it. One APC will be destroyed. The other one is now elite. It did put a minefield down. And I think he should have just tried to go for it there, and he would have got it. But those infantry forces actually being killed by the minefield here. Firehawks will come back to base. He will just destroy that squad there, and if that harvester doesn't move, the Orca Strike will take care of it. APC moves to the back corner, actually outside of range of this tower here, and no, he will move that. He will move it. Firehawks coming in now. Oh, he's actually got Firehawks. He's going to bomb Duran's Hawks. Duran! Oh no, he lost both of his Firehawks. He lost them both. Stratifier, of course, has done the APC, distracting him. And oh man, now Duran really has no answers. He's got two very heavily damaged harvesters. He's trying to go for a Marv. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. I think Unleashed UA, he already has a Marv out this whole time. He's just been plowing through this Tiberium in the bottom here, completely unharassed, and now he has these 4 Firehawks. They're borderline going to be reloaded. He's actually going to build even more Firehawks. What he could do is he could select 2 of the Firehawks and send them to the other airfield, and that would allow him to build 2 at a time. Firehawks coming in now. Oh, Duran, he needs a laser field. He doesn't get one. Oh, that's gonna cost him some serious time in this series. A rig came out in preparation, I think, for the Marv, because with Zocom, like, you'd kind of want to rig with it. Obviously, that's beneficial. I mean, with any Marv, you want to rig, but with Zocom, when you don't have those artillery units, having a rig is also nice, just for those mobile repairs. It will repair a unit faster than what a war factory can, so it's very beneficial. To have these rigs floating around. They have a very wide repair radius as well, so they'll be able to repair quite a lot. I'm not sure why they're not repairing that harvester there. They might not be too sure about it. We have this under attack now. 3 raiders in the Marv here with 1 repair pad, so we'll have to see what Unleash has planned for this. He's actually going for 8 Firehawks, because why the hell not? He now has the ability to snipe down the enemy MCV in 1 shot, and I don't think Durand is going to expect this. I honestly don't think he's going to expect this. He actually went back for a normal airfield, a normal, what do you call it? Oh, and he's got the Orca Strike coming in. So many bombs. He even gets the comm center as well. He splashed the comm center down. He must have fired between the structures as well. And now Duran cannot produce slingshots. He cannot produce much in the way of anything. He doesn't have tungsten shell, and that's the Marv is there. See you later. Unleashed, unfortunately in this series, you can just tell the Unleashed experience is just guiding him home, and you can't say that Duran hasn't had a few opportunities to do some serious damage. He just hasn't been able to recognize it really, and he needs to at least try to pull 1 game out of this here, because right now he's 0-3 down. Unleashed could whitewash his way to a tournament victory here. This is pretty intense. 13 minutes, 88,000 to 107,000. So once again, almost 20 grand in favor of Unleashed. He's getting more money. He's getting better engages. That's game number 3. There's not a lot more I can say. We're just going to jump into game number 4. It could be the last game of the series, so stay tuned for that. It's coming up right now. Hey guys, welcome back to game number 4 in the series between Unleashed UA and Duran for 111. We're at game 4. This is match point. Duran must win every single game from here. I honestly am calling it right now. I can't see Duran doing that, especially with the way he's played in the other games compared to how Unleashed has been performing. what he does need to do now, he needs to try to actually make a game out of it. I mean, the games have been reasonably good. They're not like bad or anything like that, but he needs to at least take one back off of Unleashed and make it respectable, because Duran did beat quite a few other decent players to get here, and it would be a shame for him to go down so easily. We're on Tournament Odyssey here in the top right-hand side. Unleashed UA playing as a Nod faction. We'll just wait for that Rax to come down. There it is, and he's going to be Vanilla Nod. So he's going to be Vanilla Nod, and that means Duran 4111 on the left-hand side here is going to be the Black Spam. He's going to be Black Hand, so he's going for... Actually, there's only one spike on this iteration of the level. It's right here. You no longer have a second spike. It's completely gone. They removed it because it was very far away, and it just caused a lot of problems. Unleashed UA actually built a second engineer. Did he not real... Oh, no, wait. Wait a second. Oh, my God. They moved it over there. I played like 5 games on this level the other day, and I didn't even know it was there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All those games. It's right there. I didn't realize it had been moved. I thought it was gone. Of course, EMP spike in the middle of the map as well. But I reckon, and this is a technique map, big open bike buggy rush map. There's no tomorrow, and bikes are coming out. We don't even have to check that because it's building so quickly. Duran's got the same idea. It's going to be an attack bike straight away. Screw the Raider buggy. Oh, actually, Raider buggy coming out from Unleash UA, so he's actually going to go for the Scout. I'm not sure where he's going. You really kind of need to beeline it to the base, because as we can see, Duran already has 2 bikes out, and for that buggy, in order to scout that soon, is actually going to the left hand. So I'm not sure what he's intending to scout. Maybe he just wants to clean up the infantry units, but yeah, this could be a problem, because that one bike is heading straight to his base. The other bikes are actually staying put, so I think he's going to try to trick him. He's like, hey, I've got one bike, and you don't need to worry about this. And now he's going to drive away. Oh, this is next level mind games from Duran. This is actually something that'd be really, really advanced. To do this, and now that he's tricked Unleash into thinking, oh, actually no, he's baited out a few units, but now he's driving around into the vision of this Raider buggy, so for a second there I thought he was going to try to trick Unleash into thinking he was just using a bike to scout and then bust all these bikes on him, but he did force 2 bikes out. Unleash, of course, now realizing there's a lot more, so the jig is up. Duran not able to complete that strategy, unfortunately, but he does have 4 bikes out. He's got 3 harvesters. Unleashed UA also on 3 harvesters. Shredder turret came down there, obviously to clean up something that was over there. Maybe he was worried about these bikes. Of course, he doesn't. Oh, he actually forces the deploy, so he's going to slow down the expansion. Of course, that does virtually no damage to the MCV when it's in. You don't have to wait for the animation to complete to get the. And this is going to be annoying. And look at that again. Almost no damage, but he's just forcing the deploy and the undeploy. Duran is already at his expansion, so he's actually. It doesn't look like it, but he is actually buying himself some serious time. I think Unleash is just going to settle for this position. He's slightly too far away. And he risks having his refs too close together for a catalyst later on if he decides to maintain this position. A lot of bikes by Unleashed, so he has actually spent quite some time. He's only on 3 harvesters. He's only on 3 harvesters, and now he's going to reveal the fact he has all these bikes. Duran sees him. He's probably going to retreat immediately to base. Battle marker over here, nothing serious. He's got a Raider buggy. He went for economy. He's going to have to go for a barracks here. It's the only way he can hold this right now. He doesn't have enough bikes to destroy Unleashed bike force here. 8 bikes coming from Unleashed, only 4 from Duran. Rocket Squad's coming out now. More bikes and buggies over here. Rocket Squad not choosing to fire. Oh my god, he's not even firing. He's on a move order. Oh my god, these Rocket Squads are also not firing. He's going to lose a harvester, that's for sure. Unleashed UA will destroy that one. We'll just move straight through outside the range. 3 bikes now down. 4 bikes, 5 bikes down. A few bikes from Duran also being destroyed here. And he will clean up the rest of them. 2 bikes remaining, so he got about 4 bikes and a harvester, and he traded out about 6 bikes. So that's a great trade there from Unleashed. Duran made a real mess of that. He made a real mess of that defense. Actually has another barracks over here, maybe worried about more units coming into his base here. Cabal Squad's coming in over here, just disrupting these bikes now. We're going to have bike and buggy trading away over here. They just run smack bang into each other right now. Unleash, of course, does have stealth harvesters, so not a big, really a big advantage since there's a lot of bikes around, but I'm just saying it's always nice to have stealth harvesters over non-stealth. Keep in mind that Black Hand harvesters have less health than a Nod Vanilla harvester, so not only do they have stealth, they have more hit points than a Black Hand harvester. So That's always very nice thing. Scouts, random scouts over here and over here as well, so both sides trying to keep an eye out what's happening. There's of course a tower here, not very strategical position, it's not really defending against much. I mean, the base is so far over here, it's out of range anyway. A few of these units coming through, they're going to find that there will be some infantry forces defending this area, and I think he's going to just decide, no, I'm not going to go in there. Durand trying to go into the Scorp tank production, and he will lose one straight away, but of course he will be able to destroy a few of these bikes here. Unleash deciding not to retreat back with those. And if it becomes a Scorp war, having a hit squad of bikes, which also being cleaned up over here, is really beneficial because bikes, obviously on this map, like I mentioned before, really good. Of course, Scorpion tanks will just be able to muscle their way in, but they're not as fast. And if you can meet the enemy Scorps and just have a hit squad of bikes around the back, that's all you need really to cause some serious problems for your opponent. Battle Mark's over here just standing on the Tiberium, not really reinforcing with any extra harvesters there, Durand, so he's not rebuilding the harvesters. He lost flame tankers coming out as well, so maybe going for some lucky flame tanks here in this game. Unleashed UA just has a second refinery down. He does have an extra harvester on this expansion now, and he's only got 3 on his main, so I think Unleashed has really forgotten. I'm not sure what the decoy harvester was for. He doesn't have stealth, so it's not a very good scout, but just trying to see what he's up to. Sold off one of his war factories, but yeah, Unleash I think has forgotten to reinforce his economy with only 3 harvesters here and 3 harvesters here. He's now trying to produce a lot of combat units, and he's not able to do so, which is probably why he sold off the other war factory. But yeah, he's primed for a catalyst, by the way. He is very all-in. We have tier 3 from Durandi. He's got his upgrade done. Will he go for a Tib Chem plant? That's the question, because Unleash is very vulnerable to that. Flame Tank, unfortunately, comes in with the main force, which can work sometimes if your force is essentially bigger or can draw fire, but not this time, because Unleashed UA had way too many units there to engage, and he's just plowed right through them, and he's going to be going for his 3rd base. So Unleashed sacrificing tech, and he's kind of sacrificing economy in order to just have a few extra units out, but his unit production isn't that fantastic. Tib Chem plant is out. We're probably going to, this is the thing, it's just such prime for a Tib Chem strike right here. Can Durand see it? No, Durand cannot see it. He has no idea that it's there. Unleash actually looks like he wants to take that as well. Durand can't see too much at all. When you swap over to Unleashed vision, he's got a lot more vision. He's probably feeling a lot safer than what Durand is right now. But Durand does have that tech advantage, sells the engineering facility once the Redeemer is now out. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do, although he's going to have to cross a lot of ground to get to where he wants to go. Durand is actually going multiple MCV, so it obviously failed spectacularly the first time around. He has a bit more economy this time. 4 harvests on the expansion, and 2 harvests here on a Seed Tiberium. It's obviously a Seed Tiberium, but hasn't actually ordered them to harvest it. He probably only gave them a ground order, unfortunately, here. Just little things you don't, little mistakes you see that don't get made by professional players really ever. Coming along in games like this. I mean, Unleash isn't perfect either. He's a bit old, but he's still able to put it together. And look at that, able to put the obelisk at the top there. Unfortunately, the obelisk doesn't actually range what we've got over here, so he might still need to move up that slope. I'm not sure why he would deploy at the bottom when he has the opportunity to move up the slope. Unleash has moved the harvester away. Yeah, he's moved the harvester out of there, so like, alright, cool. He does encounter some of Durand's bikes, but he wins out over there, so he's just going to keep those bikes over there. And yeah, Unleash is probably going to move back. He's got this tower as support here, but this refinery will be destroyed. And I think Unleash has realized that he made a real mess of his economy this game. He really did not develop his economy. And here we go, the bike is there. The bike is there. It's just a matter of time, really, before the catalyst comes down, because he does have the Tib Chem plant, and he does want to destroy those. I'm not sure why he's not destroying. There is a Venom coming out as well. Oh, Tib Vane! He waited for the Tib Vane because there's beam cannons, and see you later, army. All those beam cannons and scorpions are destroyed. Those 2 beam cannons just live. They just live. Is he going to hit him with the click now? I'm not sure if he's going to hit him with the catalyst, but meanwhile his MCV is falling. And yeah, Unleashed just didn't have any money this game, and I think that's actually going to cost him the game. A bit sloppy, and there we go. I was sitting there forever waiting for it, and then I was like, I'm definitely going to miss this. It's just going to happen the second I look away. And we can see the crater there, which is Tib Catalyst crater. Unleashed, I'm expecting him to be giving up very shortly, because he doesn't actually have, he does have a war factory, but he can't build much. He's got quite a few oh, look at this. He's using the Venom trick here to damage the Redeemer. But unfortunately, it's actually doing a lot of damage. Yeah, he's already at half health. I mean, he doesn't have quite enough beam cannons to take on a a Redeemer, but that other beam cannon also coming in. There is a glitch though where you can't actually ever get outside the range of it, and I think he's actually starting to use that now. Yeah, he needs. That's actually an exploit. There's no way it could range that far. I mean, if it was beaming to this other Venom, it wouldn't be an exploit, but I don't know about that. They might be a little bit up in the air about what actually just went on there. And the rules and things like that. But Unleash has a lot of beam cannons out. If you were to cloak them, maybe you could go and just snipe down the rest of everything. Oh my god, he sniped the MCV down. Are you serious? He sniped the MCV down. Oh man, Duran is not going to be impressed about that. He could snipe down that remain. Oh, Tip Core is done, so that Venom is history, so that's not going to work. Yeah, Venoms are now being destroyed by these Tip Core bikes, so he's trying to destroy. He doesn't even need the Venoms. He could just approach this base on the ground and destroy this war factory, and then just take this base head area. Duran not expanding to the right side. This game is actually going to keep going. Unleash sells up now. He has an MCV. He's selling up a lot of stuff. But I think, yeah, I mean, cloaking it is question. There's actually a lot of bikes here. Okay, this is a problem. No, some of them are decoys. Some of them are definitely decoys because we can see that they're actually being shot up by the militant squads here. And the beam cannons now actually destroying them. So there you go, beam cannons destroying bikes. So it's not something they really have to worry about taking on very often. He's going to come around and he's going to try to mind strike them, but he completely misses. And these have Tib Core, so they're going to be able to make short work of these harvesters here now. The beam cannons can't really respond. They're actually destroying reinforcements, and they destroy those bikes so quickly. They basically just look at them. Even one beam, look at that, man. They just completely destroy them. If the bikes were to jump on them, it would be another story. But Unleashed UA is now at the bottom side, the southeast side here. A few bikes have been split up. There is actually a levolution area there. Those Venoms will be destroyed. A few more units being destroyed as well. I'm not sure what Unleashed is doing with his beam cannons. He could try to take this expansion over here. He does still have the spike economy, so he can probably redeploy his, 1400 to Duran, 1500 to Unleashed UA. He's almost got a refinery done, so he's going to be sitting pretty. But to be honest, these beam cannons are pretty exposed, and yeah, he's just going to jump on them. It's like, well, they can destroy these bikes incredibly quickly, but there's so many bikes here now that he's just going to plow right through them, and that's going to be the end of these beam cannons. He really should have kept them at his base, pumped out a little bit of infantry here, and he would have been fine. Actually having trouble finishing off some of these guys now, and will actually leave before all the beams are done. 3 beams still remaining there, so he lost quite a number of bikes to do that. Keep in mind that Duran has no expansion either, so he's pretty much down to his last few bits and pieces. Unleashed though is expanding down here, and he does have a refinery down, of course, so he's going to be okay. But we have a Disciple upgrade. There is a Black Hand squad there, so that will obviously make a big difference and be able to tear through these guys. But Durand doesn't have too much else in the way of expansion prospects here. These remaining beam cannons, he seems to be very focused on these, and he should be able to clean them up now. But to be honest, he spent a lot of time cleaning up a bunch of units which really aren't going to play much of a part in the rest of this game, I don't think. Beam cannons actually able to withstand a fair bit of rocket damage, aren't they, before they go down. But it will be moving up here. This Tidfield was barely even harvested. I mean, or it was kind of half harvested, but half of it's regrown. And we got the MCV now moving towards the expansion over here. He does have a tier 3, I believe. Yeah, he still has his chem plant. He even got EMP coils, just for the hell of it. But he's going to be able to move into Unleash UA's base here. And I'm not 100% sure what Unleash is going to be able to do. I think Unleash is just grasping at straws right now. I don't think Unleash is going to be able to withstand the technology attack that's going to be coming at him now. He kind of needs tech. He needs either a big army or he needs technology, and he has neither of them. There's Spectre artillery here as well. I mean, to be honest, Duran could just attack because he's got Disciple upgrade, and these are just regular shredder turrets. He could just push straight through them. But he's actually going to deploy an obelisk. Not necessary to destroy these turrets, of course. That spike will be destroyed. Unleash will lose the remainder of his spikes. So Duran is now closing in. He does have double refinery here, but to be honest, there's not really much left that that Unleash can do. There's now 4 Spectre artillery here. He really shouldn't. Again, he probably shouldn't even waste time trying to destroy these things here. It does actually get hit by another catalyst. Unfortunately, no harvesters were there. But yeah, again, his infantry could just bust in there, and then he could just use the Spectres to destroy refineries. But he is nonetheless going to clean up these shredder turrets. Unleash UA not deciding to rebuild those since they are being destroyed. A few bikes are now coming in, and they will just be able to destroy most of these units here. There's a few rocket squads, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Well, actually 2 harvesters do remain. Duran now moving up into this area. He's definitely pushing extremely slowly, a little bit too slowly. if it was a really competitive match here, but Unleash is at such a deficit right now. He has Purifying Flames, there you go, and now he's got these Shredder turrets that have the upgrades. Purifying Flame on these Flame Tanks, one of them was at least fake, I don't believe that one's fake though, and now the infantry are moving in again. Regular Shredder turrets just can't do enough damage, you need a ton of them to destroy the Black Hand infantry, and now the MCV is being destroyed, and Unleashed UA will actually fall in this game, so 3 games to 1 in favour of Unleashed, but Durand, like I mentioned before at the start of the video, he kind of needed to make something of it. Is this, I mean, even looking at that game, Unleashed made a lot of mistakes to get it to that point, especially with his economy. But for Durand to win 3 more, it's possible, but it's just not probable. But yeah, it's up to Durand to prove me wrong here, so we'll jump into the next game. Unleashed actually getting less money in that one, so it's the first time. He got significantly less, about $26,000 less, so if I did my maths correctly, or $25,000 less, but it's now 3 games to 1. We'll jump into game number 4. Durand is still on match point, or in Unleashed favour, of course, so we'll have to see if the next game is going to be the last one, or if Durand can just keep holding on. Game 5 coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 5 here in this best of 7 series versus Durand 4111 and Unleashed UA, the animal himself, who once again has another match point here in order to close it out. He's going to be playing as a green screen faction here. We'll wait for the portal drop so we can see what exact faction he's going to be. He's going to be vanilla screen here. So he's going to be vanilla screen. Is he going to go for double portal? No, he's only going to go for single portal. Actually, only going for 1 engineer. So deciding not to go for this. And I do this sometimes as well if I'm playing against a Nod faction. And look at this, he's vanilla Nod, he's gone for shadow teams, he's obviously selected Nod as his faction. Running over the Tiberium's not very good for your health. And this is very smart, because Unleashed is like, hang on a second, it's decision, it's Nod, I think you're going to shadow. You can, players of his veterancy, and it happens to me all the time, I'm just looking at the map, looking at the match, I'm like, I reckon he's going to do this particular type of rush. And obviously Unleashed has realised he's going to do a shadow rush. You can actually get to the spike before this happens. Unfortunately, he's not able to do it this time. Unleashed obviously was a bit too slow in his ordering, but if you put your portal right there, or your barracks, or whatever, you should be able to get to that spike before the shadow teams get there, but definitely not the top one. But the damage is minimized because you only got 1 engineer. At least Unleashed keeps his other $500. Durand 4111, did he lose an engineer? Oh my god, I think he lost one of his own engineers, and that is critical, by the way. That is critical, because as a shadow opener, how many shadow teams has he got? Oh my god, he's got quite a few shadow teams. He's got 4, 5, oh, how many shadow teams has he got? He's doing some ridiculous cheese. He wants to snipe down the refinery. 3, 4, 5, 6, this is a huge cheese right now that's coming out now. He's got 6 of them. He's going to land, to be honest, I'm assuming that's going to be enough to take that out. He takes it out with 6 shadow teams. Oh my god, Unleashed. He will have it, no, he cancels whatever that was. What's his money? He has to sell the, he has to sell the refinery off. Sorry, not the refinery, the warp sphere. Oh, he's not going to have enough money. He's going to have to sell the reactors as well. He's going to have to sell the reactors. And luckily, he got a Seeker tank out, and this could be the difference between, he needs to, I would have put it up against the side of the map. That way you've got it at least backed onto the side of the map. This is intense, because if Durand is able to snipe this down, he wins. If he gets this structure, he wins. He's actually going to go for the power plant. I don't know. I don't know. It's really difficult as well, because obviously Unleashed UA has got a Seeker tank. He knows they're over there. I'm not sure why the Seeker tank's over here. The Seeker tank should be doing laps right now, because if the Seeker tank can reveal them, the Gunwalker just needs to kill a single squad with the buzzers infused is doable. He's going to be able to detect these very shortly. They're in range of the Seeker tank. Seeker tank spots them. He spots them, and look at that, instantly places down that buzzer hive, not willing to let that go. So Durand, of course, is paying a pretty heavy price from losing an engineer, because he hasn't even got his war factory down yet. It's just about to come down now. So he's still, is he ahead of Unleashed? I mean, Unleashed has 3 harvesters, and now his base is somewhat readily protected, because his buzzers will insta-snipe the, the shadow teams, which are somewhere. They're over here. He's got 6 of them again. If he keeps these alive for long enough, he can one-shot refineries. He can one-shot refineries, he can one-shot a war factory, and in fact, if he puts the warp sphere down, he could just one-shot that. No, he's going to one-shot, oh, no! Oh, Durand, what did you do? Oh my god, he tried to destroy the drone platform. That was a terrible mistake. That was he put the refinery right there. I'm not sure why he would try to bomb that. Oh man, Durand, if you're watching this, I want to see your comment. Okay, because they're like, you can't destroy that structure. You don't have enough shadow teams. You destroy the refinery. Like, you know he's going to build more buildings. Just wait for him to pop something down that's more important. Oh no. Oh, Durand, and this is it. He needs to win this game as well. Now, he didn't lose any of his squad, so he's okay. And he's lured these forces around, which means he's going to be outside the stealth detection range very shortly. He's still not outside stealth detection range. These buzzers, oh, he takes off. He takes off in the nick of time. Buzzers, of course, can't do anything about that. He could just fly over here and destroy the refinery. If he tries to bomb the drone platform, keep in mind it's over 50% health, I'm going to be very mad indeed. He's actually going to come around and, oh, he tries to bomb it, but it doesn't have enough. It was over half health. He doesn't have enough, and now he's just stuck in the bottom corner. Although he still hasn't lost a full squad, so he's still in it, but now he's going to get shot up on the way out. This Gunwalker and the Seeker tank now going to town. Did he lose a full squad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He did not lose a full squad, so he still has 6. It doesn't matter if you're missing members. The explosive charge they have will still do the maximum amount of damage, regardless of how many members are remaining in the squad. 5 bikes, wow, he built 1 harvester and then busted out 5 bikes. And you're thinking here, how is Durand on such little economy? Because he built 6 shadow teams, that's why he has no money. He's basically been 1 harvesting for the whole game, and now he's only got a second. He's going to try to destroy these units. He will overrun both of these units here eventually. Yes, he gets them both, and now the shadow teams, he's still got 6. He could just, oh, there's more Seeker tanks here though, that's a problem. That is a big problem, yeah, and he's going to detect them if they fly over the buzzer hive. The buzzer hive will actually detect stealth within a very short distance, even if it's flying. Unfortunately, these bikes now getting destroyed. Unleash will gobble those up, and he's going to run in. Can he get it? He gets it. He gets it, but he loses some squads now, I reckon. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. He lost one of his squads, so he's only got 5 remaining. That's not enough to one-hit kill. He's probably going to lose another one on the way out. No, not quite. Durand could just rebuild a Rax and a Shrine just to get the extra one down, but he's trying to get his economy going. He's only on 3 harvesters, building Scorpion tanks right now because there's a lot of Seeker tanks out there. It could be devastating. Unleash could put down a nerve center, which he has, and just go straight in with the Seeker tanks. With the lightning spike and the repair drones, it'd be good night, see you later to Durand if he didn't have any forces here. So still trying to produce these Scorpion tanks, and I think Unleashed UA only has a few Seekers here. He split them up. Obviously not wanting to lose any more structures. He's got a lot of these hives still floating around, which is just really annoying for Durand. Not terribly cost effective for Unleashed to keep doing that though. But these Seeker tanks now trying to group up. They are going to find these Scorpion tanks here. Is he going to make a play with a lightning spike? I think he is. Yeah, he's pushing in now. He's kind of not target firing. He's got 2 war factories here, but he doesn't have enough harvesters. He's only got 4 harvesters. He can support 2 war factories very briefly this way, but of course he's going to lose a harvester straight away. And Unleashed isn't even caring about the fact that there's units here. There's actually 2 disintegrator squads here, and they will do a lot of damage to these Scorpions. They might just have to crush them. Unfortunately, he just status that down. Oh, the disintegrators don't get status, which means they can come out here, and more harvesters are being destroyed. Durand is being ripped apart by what should really only be just harassment right now. And he might be able to get that harvester there. There's a shredder turret there, but there's absolutely no power, so he can't do anything about that. And he should be able to get another harvester. That's very expensive support power, by the way, and a very time-consuming one. No, he's actually going to save these ones here, so he's not going to lose any more. And I think Unleashed, with such a small amount of units, did a lot of damage. At least 2, maybe 3 harvesters were destroyed then. I think it might have been just 2. I'm not 100% sure. But a few Scorpion tanks, Durand just sitting around thinking, holy crap, what just happened? What just happened indeed? He doesn't have any money right now, and more Seeker tanks are now coming in. There's a battle marker over here, and we have the, what do you call it? The shadow teams are obviously destroying something over here. Probably mostly power plants. Unleashed sold most of the buzzer hives off by the looks of things. He's going to move in here now. He could just snipe down these Scorpion tanks. He's going to try to go for the harvesters. They are getting repairs though. They are getting repairs. Will he get that one? He gets one. There's another one which is very heavy. He goes for it. He's going to try to go for it. He doesn't quite get it. He's going to have to move between these areas here. He's going to turn around and go for the Scorpion tanks. He could call in reconstitution drones. That would be a really good idea right now and give these Seeker tanks basically immunity. Those repair drones repair so quickly. But of course, Durand is not harvesting anything. He just has a single harvester remaining right now. And Unleashed, of course, even though his base is bruised, he's still getting ahead. There's actually a Mechapede out. Last of the shadow teams. You can see they've been obviously targeting power plants here, and maybe even a warp sphere. because a lot has been destroyed over there. Unleashed did actually manage to secure that spike at some stage. Duran finally swats away Unleashed, but he's so badly damaged right now. He is so heavily damaged, and with Mechapedes out, he really has no response to these Mechapedes. There's 2 of them out, so maybe he can somehow destroy them. There's a 3rd head there as well. But to be honest, Unleashed is just going to go straight for his base, and he can smell this tournament victory right now. And that's it. Duran sees the Mechapedes, and he's like, yep, cool, see you later. And that series is over, so Unleashed UA will win that tournament. It's been quite a long time since Unleashed has won a tournament, but well done to him. Of course, not really any other pros in the tournament, but he did have to beat a large number of mids in a row to get to this position. 9 minutes, 10 seconds. And the thing, Duran played somewhat good, but some of the decision making was really, I don't know, I'm sure he's got a reason for it, maybe fatigue or whatever, but to be honest, it's mistakes like that even a mid player like Duran shouldn't be making. There was a few opportunities in several of those maps where he really could have crippled Unleashed, and he wasn't able to do so. Even though Unleashed is really good, Unleashed is not invincible, and Unleashed isn't like those other pros that can recover from a lot of situations. He will just continue to be aggressive regardless of the outcome. 25,000 to 57,000, got double his cash, more than double his cash, so that tells you a pretty big story right there. But well done to both players, well done to Unleashed UA. He's won this tournament 4 games to 1, or won this grand final series. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm Green Zero, and I'll catch you all in the next video.